Make sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfella1 Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, we back. Goodfella Sports TV. Shout out to my subscriber, El Chinito. He told me about the interview about James Toney did at ES News, man, and confirm everything I've been saying. And, of course, they going to call James Toney a hater. But I'll link the interview in the description on the source link. It's from ES News. And I must say, Elie Seckbach is one of the worst reporters of all time. You know what I'm saying, man? He don't know how to title his videos correctly. And he just asks stupid questions, man. I'm glad James Toney got him correct. But we back. Goodfella Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Blessings to the brothers and sisters out there supporting the channel, man. Continue to share the videos. But let's get into it, man. And, yeah, man, he basically said that, you know, he asked, you know, Elie Seckbach asked him was, you know, Errol Spence was he pound for pound? He said, it's pound for pound. He said he sold 47,000 tickets in Cowboy Stadium. He said, what that mean? He right, man. Everybody want to. And popularity, and I can't preach this enough. Popularity is part of the pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? You talking about the big faces of the pound for pound list. You know, Floyd, Roy, guys like that were major faces of it. But at the end of the day, he said you can't. I be telling all you. He said all you boxing experts always want to put these fighters on a pedestal. You know, you can't judge a book by its cover. And until you fight Terence Crawford or Keith Thurman, he ain't never be the best pound. Well, he ain't gonna be the best pound for pound. And he's 100% correct by that, man. You can't judge a book by its cover because you got to get in there and read the chapters. And he ain't done shit. And I can't preach that enough again. Errol Spence ain't done shit. And I seen it time and time again. I understand a lot of these dudes are huge Errol Spence fans, and I have no issue with it, man. But, you know, don't come in grown man conversations, man, the real boxing talk conversations and get fucking exposed and look fugazi, bruh. Real talk, man, because I done seen, but like once again, I done seen dudes come and go. I done seen the guys that look like they good and they face value. And I can see them covers that James Toney talking about. Them dudes that look good, but then when they step up to a certain level of competition, they get exposed. And I keep preaching that so much. A lot of guys ain't no real boxing fans, dude. They just fanboys or they just got here. And if you watch boxing, you done seen it with Fernando Vargas, look good, then he got exposed. You done seen it time and time again. With dudes look good, Andre Berto was looking like the next best thing, and HBO was shoving out money after money on him, and then he go in there and he get exposed. So it's happened before. I'm not saying that, you know, Errol Spence will be one of those guys, but all I'm saying is people are prematurely putting him on a pedestal, and that's what James Toney trying to say. Like, you know, you putting him, he said, then Elie Seckbach, well, he's a great fighter. He said, no, he's a good fighter. I'm a great fighter. And I keep telling people that, man. People keep saying that Errol Spence is a great fighter. Oh, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. Canelo Álvarez is a great fighter. No, y'all using great. Y'all using the wrong adjective. Great is Mayweather. Great is Pacquiao when he retired. Or, you know, when he was in his prime. Great is James Toney. Great is Roy Jones. These niggas ain't in that category. They not in that category. You know what I'm saying? Great is you got to do something. How can somebody be great and they never unified a title? And it's all these titles going around here like Willy Wonka candy bars. It's four major titles. And how can you say you great? How can you say a guy great if he never unified one? Can't say it. And like James Toney said, man, I'm glad that he said he put this video out, man. Once again, I'll link it in the description, you know, under source link. Everybody want to go out here and praise these motherfuckers ain't doing nothing. And once you step up to a competition, them little holes in your game, they get exposed. The guys that you fighting, of course, they can't expose those holes. They can't expose them. You know why they can't expose them? Because they're not a complete fighter. Or they're not good enough at this. They might not be fast. They might be fast, but they don't punch hard. They might punch hard and be fast, but can't take it on the jaw. They probably can fight on the outside, but they can't fight in the pocket or fight on the inside. So when you really step up for Errol Spence into elite fleet of foot fighters like Terence and Terence, and Keith, it's gonna really tell how good he is at cutting the ring off, how good of an athlete he really is, how big of a puncher he really is, how fast is he, how technical he really is. Of course, it's easy to look technical versus Algieri, Leonard Bundy, and Kell Brook was a straight test. But then again, let's not forget Kell Brook was giving him the business at some points in that fight. Let's not forget that. He was getting tagged up. Everybody always want to reference, Gamboa Crawford or this guy Rock Keith and whatever. Don't forget, Kell Brook was rocking fucking Errol Spence around there like a piñata. But that was his first test on a big fight, and he did pass it. But that doesn't mean that he thorough. Even after Sugar Ray Leonard beat Rafael Benitez, right? People still had questions about him, and Benitez went on to be a really good fighter. He said, well, I thought I had won the public's opinion. I thought I won the public over. But they still said I didn't do shit. They still said I didn't do shit. And then again, it was proved to be right. Go and beat Toney, but he lose to Duran, the guy that moved up from lightweight. Then had to redeem himself versus Duran, and then people started respecting him. What real turbulence have Errol Spence had in his career other than moments in the Kell Brook fight? None. Turbulence and fighting great fighters is what boxing is about. Fighting other good fighters, producing great fighters. And a lot of people got mad because I said it ain't really no A fighters in boxing. Terence Crawford is an A fighter. A fighters are great. Oh, Errol Spence is an A fighter. No, he not. Canelo Álvarez has been exposed on several different levels. Ain't no real A fighters in the sport of boxing. His son coming up, like when Sora Rivenstein might be the closest one because he ruled his division. He beat the guy. What's so funny about it is when he beat Chocolito, people want to, Chocolito wasn't that good or whoop-de-whoop. He beat him. He beat the top guy. Then he go on to beat the next best guy and Juan Estrada. They fighting again. So he beat two of the elite level fighters in his division. He an A fighter. Anuya clean that tournament up. He an A fighter. Who else you could say in boxing beat the two elites, the 1 and 2 fighter in their division? Errol Spence ain't did that. Jerry Hurd ain't did that. You know what I'm saying? Convincingly. Ain't no, I thought Triple G, I thought Canelo won. They ain't did that at heavyweight. 140 pounds coming to that, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Between Regis Progress and Josh Taylor. Lightweight, Loma ain't nobody there. He ain't even gonna fight Mike. He's talking about going back down. So that's what you look at, man. A lot of people gonna get in their feelings about this video and be mad at James Toney, but he keeping it real. He said, I'm a great fighter. Errol Spence a good fighter, don't get me wrong, but he ain't did shit yet. And I've been preaching that shit for a long time, bro. And I'm a hater, though. I said the same thing he said, but you know what? I know boxing. James Toney know boxing. And all these other dudes don't know shit what they talking about. They don't understand what I'm saying. And when he do step up in competition, they gonna see what I'm talking about. They think Errol Spence is about to run through Keith Thurman, which he ain't gonna never fight him. But if Keith Thurman is his best, he ain't gonna run through him. He ain't gonna run through Terence Crawford. He not gonna run through Jerry Hurd. He not gonna run through a Tony Harrison like I said yesterday. Because when you get to a certain level, shit changed. And then you look at Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather didn't blow through the competition. Errol Spence ain't nowhere near what Mayweather was at any point in his career yet. The Corrales fight, the Castillo fight, Mayweather went through turbulence. Even Chop tagged him. He had a good fight with Zab. Excellent fight with Cotto down the line. He whitewashed Juan Marquez. Tough fight with Ricky Hatton. Tough fight with De La Hoya at the time. He was steadily moving up weight classes fast to go chase De La Hoya. Tough fight with Madonna. You know what I'm saying? And Errol Spence ain't even on his level. Nowhere near his level. But everybody want to crown him already. And James like, hey, man, good fighter, but no, he ain't no pound for pound best. He got to whip somebody. He got to beat Terence. He got to beat Keith. And that's just the fact of the matter. You only as good as your level of competition. You can look good versus Algieri versus Bundu versus Sean Porter. You can look good versus Mikey Garcia. But what do that mean if you're not fighting the best competition that's available? Until you fight the best competition, how can we rank you as a great fighter at welterweight? We can't. And then people gonna say, well, they didn't want to fight him and whoop-de-whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, shit, you know, it is what it is. Paul Williams had to move up 2 times. You know what I'm saying? He should be going out his way to fight Terence Crawford to prove that he the best. And I guarantee you the Crawford fight not going to be easy. I guarantee you that right now. The Keith Thurman fight not going to be easy. It ain't no easy fights when you step up to that level when you ain't never fought there before. It's just the game, man. It's just the game. That's boxing for your ass. Anything can happen, but everybody think Errol Spence don't got no holes in this game. He's so much better than everybody else. I don't believe that. I don't believe it till I see it. Everybody want to make him synonymous with great. He not great. To be great, you got to do great things. What's the great things he done? He got the IBF. That's cool. But what's greatness is getting the WBC, getting the WBA, getting the WBO. That's greatness. Then we talking about elite competition. Nobody done that at welterweight. That's great. Now we can say, hey man, what's the only welterweight to hold the 4 major sanction belt bodies belts at 147 pounds? Errol Spence. Now Mayweather didn't do it. Now Zab Judah didn't do it. Corey Spinks didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, he didn't have an opportunity to. But Tommy, none of them dudes. Sugar Ray Robinson, Henry Armstrong. None of them dudes whoever came through 147 never did that before. That's greatness. But do you really want to be great? Do you want to go out there and say, you know what, man, I'm willing to take a little less, or I'm willing to compromise this to go fight Terence Crawford to get that belt? You know what? I'm willing to let Keith Thurman get the lion's share of this pay-per-view to make that fight happen. And that's what I stress about Deontay Wilder too. I stress that enough. People want to sit out here and try to control the narrative like their opinion matter. Look here, my opinion, they don't give a fuck about my opinion over at Top Rank, wherever they're PBC, Showtime, DAZN, Matchroom USA, Golden Boy. They don't give a shit about my opinion. You can speak something to existence and it don't come to existence. You know, it's still non-existent. As many people want to say, Wilder deserve 50-50. No, he don't. No, the fuck he don't. And if you want to sit there and make those claims that, oh, he deserved 50-50, no, the fuck he don't. He bring 1 belt to the table. Anthony Joshua bring 3. And on top of that, Anthony Joshua got the court of public opinion on his side. Sometimes you got to take 5 steps back to take 20 steps forward. And it's cool. But nobody want to compromise. It's all a testosterone show. Who got the biggest money? Who got the bigger power? Before you look up, motherfucker gonna be 40. Somebody been in loss. Now you lost your opportunity. Somebody got stripped. Now you got to compromise. Same thing for Errol Spence. That's going to be the word for him. Compromise. Are you willing to compromise for the hardware to become elite, to become great at welterweight? Are you willing to compromise? Are you willing to take a little less? Are you willing to budge? Or are you trying to be in complete control of every situation you get into? And if you're in complete control, then you're not going to get all 4 belts. You're not going to be, oh, Errol Spence, the first welterweight, they got all 4 belts. And then they can't slight you and say, oh, you ain't fight nobody. Like they try to do Terence Crawford. Like they try to do Alexander Usyk. Like, dude, you have to go through a murderous row of fighters, man. Sean Porter, he ain't no tough fight. Booster Porter and Kenny, they ain't no easy fight. Excuse me. They not no easy fight. It's a tough fight. Keith Thurman, the business side of getting Keith Thurman in the ring is probably as equal as Terence Crawford. That's a tough fight. Just to get in the ring and when you get in the ring, that's a tough fight. You might have to give him a little bit more to get in the ring, and that's cool. Because in the grand scheme of things, you get Keith, you get Terence, compromise a little bit with Terence, you became great. You're not going to get the going rate. You're not going to, you're not going to enjoy the riches, and the spoils without a little compromise in boxing. That's just the way the business cut now. You're not going to enjoy the pageantry without a little pain. What did Frankie Beverly say? What's joy without pain? Joy and pain. Sunshine and rain. It's going to come some rain before the sunshine, bro. And it's going to be some more rain after the sunshine. Real talk. And if he ain't willing to compromise to get Keith and to get Terence in the ring, and he really don't want to have all 4 belts and really live up to the name strap season, then don't tell me this dude is thorough, this dude a boogeyman. You do what you got to do to make that shit happen. Because once again, like a lot of dudes don't know, there's never been a welterweight
They held the WBC, WBA, IBF, and the WBO all at once. It's never happened. Well, good fella, how was Corey Spinks or Zab Judah or these guys undisputed? Because you only need the IBF, WBA, and WBC, I think, before 2006. You only need 3 belts. Now, to be undisputed, you need all 4. The WBO ain't become required part of the criteria until like 2006, I believe. You know? So, like I said before, man, you know, I'm giving out game, man. And if you call me a hater, I don't care. I'm going to put shit in perspective. I ain't never scared to speak my opinion, bro. I don't care what the backlash, the dislikes, the crybaby shit. I'm going to keep it a buck. But I'm going to link that interview in the description for y'all, man. James Toney kept it a buck. But don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email as well if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. In addition to that, continue to share the videos. It's the best way to donate. The donation link in there as well. But share. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hill Blaze, thehillblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, man. Check them out, man. Website, promo code are both in the description. And then other than that, man, I'm just going to continue to do what I do, speak that real shit. If people don't like it, I don't really care. You know, but I'm going to link that interview. Y'all watch the interview. Y'all get an opportunity to. And he kept it 100, man. Stop prematurely crowning these dudes as great fighters. They good fighters, not great. James Toney a great fighter. Roy a great fighter. Floyd a great fighter. Pacquiao a great fighter. What has Errol Spence been done to be deemed a great fighter?